According to statistics from the International Commission on Large Dams, as of April 2020, there are 58,713 dams in the world, of which 23,841 belong to China. That is to say, China alone has accounted for 40.6% of the global dam share, ranking first in the world. The United States, which is often compared with China, has only 9,263 dams, and they are still being demolished. So why is the US removing dams? Should China continue to build or demolish it? Hi! Welcome to Hot Topics Time. Before we start today's video, please subscribe to our channel, which is the encouragement that we can create more videos. Okay, let's continue the topic we are talking about. As a very critical part of water conservancy projects, a dam is an important infrastructure of a country. It can not only create economic benefits, but also protect people's lives and property. In this case, the number of dams in the world is still quite large. The oldest surviving dam was built in 3200 BC. Its single material and simple structure are very different from today's huge dams. With the continuous improvement of water conservancy engineering theory and the progress of science, various dam construction technologies have begun to appear and develop. By the 1860s, many countries were caught in the upsurge of building dams. However, before 1950, the number of dams in the world had not reached such a terrifying scale. Because according to ICOLD statistics, as of 1950, the total number of dams built in the world was only 5,196. However, when the economy and technology of various countries developed rapidly, the number of dams began to increase sharply. By 1980, there were 34,084 dams. It is worth mentioning that since the construction of dams will have certain negative impacts, the international anti-dam movement has sprung up since 1980. In this international movement, the United States has performed very prominently. According to the data, the construction of dams in the United States has a history of more than 100 years. Since the data mentioned at the beginning of the video only counted dams with a dam height greater than 15 meters, or a dam height greater than 5 meters and a storage capacity greater than 3 million cubic meters, so the total number of dams in the United States is actually more than this. According to estimates by the National Research Council, there are more than 2.5 million dams of all types in the United States. Former U.S. Secretary of the Interior Bruce Babbitt also said, "This means that the United States has built an average of one dam every day since the Declaration of Independence." The dam demolition operation in the United States also started relatively early, starting in 1912. However, when the international dam demolition movement intensified, the number of their dam demolition increased significantly. According to the statistical results of the U.S. Dam Removal Database, as of 2019, 1,699 dams have been dismantled in the United States. Obviously, the United States, which is busy dismantling dams, and China, which is busy building dams, have become objects of comparison. So, should China learn from the United States? Should the dam continue to be built or demolished immediately? In my opinion, everything should be based on national conditions to make the right choice. The existence of a dam will indeed have a certain impact on the ecology, but this does not mean that its existence is necessarily wrong. Because everything has two sides, and the supporters of the anti-dam movement only see one side, but completely ignore the huge benefits brought by the dam. In fact, whether it is China's dam building or the United States dam demolition, they are all the best choices based on national conditions. What does it mean? First of all, let's take a look at the United States. The United States has a long history of dam building. It is no exaggeration to say that the 1930s was the most famous dam era in the history of water conservancy and hydropower development in the United States. Since the average lifespan of dams is only about 50 years, a large number of dams built in the United States at that time have exceeded their service life, endangering the lives of local residents. According to the data, as of 2020, dams with a service life of more than 50 years in the United States accounted for about 85% of the total. Therefore, it is normal for them to continue to dismantle the dam, and it has nothing to do with supporting the anti-dam movement. According to the data compiled by Tsinghua University, among the 1,093 dismantled American dams included in the statistics, only 264 have a construction date. But among the 264 buildings, 93% were over 50 years old when they were demolished, and 21% were over 150 years old. In addition, as the economic benefits brought by dams to the United States have become lower, maintenance costs are still increasing, which is also an important reason for the continuous removal of dams in the United States. It can be seen that the dam demolition campaign in the United States is in line with the needs of its national conditions. Now, let's look at China again. China did not build dams earlier than the United States. However, with the development of the economy, the number of dams in China has continued to increase, and until now, it has reached the world's largest. There are many reasons for such crazy dam building. In terms of national conditions, China's population ranks first in the world, and there is a mismatch between population and water resources. In this case, it is necessary to build various dams and reservoirs to make full use of the water resources in the wet season, so as to alleviate the engineering water shortage problem. Statistics show that China's population in 2019 is about 1.4 billion, accounting for 18% of the world's total population. However, China's average water resources for many years is 2.8 trillion cubic meters, accounting for only 6% of the world's total water resources, and the per capita water resources are 2,000 cubic meters, only one-third of the world's average level. Moreover, China has a large number of rivers, with as many as 45,203 rivers with a drainage area greater than 50 square kilometers. The complex and dense water systems lead to frequent floods. In addition, China is also a famous agricultural country. Water conservancy is the lifeblood of agriculture. In this case, China has to build water conservancy projects. It is worth mentioning that, as the world's energy revolution is gaining momentum, building dams and building water conservancy can also bring clean energy. Although the efficiency of hydropower generation in China is not high at present, the utilization degree is only about 47.7% of the exploitable capacity, which is far lower than that of developed countries. But as long as there is a dam, do you still worry about not being able to generate electricity in the future? Therefore, whether China will demolish or build dams in the future will be determined according to the development of the times and social needs. The previous international anti-dam movement brought China to the forefront overnight. In public opinion, people always compare the United States, which dismantled the dam, with China, which built the dam, and try to attack China. Therefore, China has begun to implement the policy of actively building dams while paying attention to ecological issues. Any decision to build a dam must be considered and carefully considered. In this case, the impact of various dams on the ecology is within the controllable range. This improvement avoids possible ecological damage. And with the improvement of hydropower efficiency, future dams will bring more surprises to the world. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below and share your insightful ideas with other people. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. Hot Topics time to explore the wisdom behind the news. We will see you in the next video.